What's up, YouTube? It's Dom Universe. Now today I want to make a very important topic about nature and the real technology. So as we know, artificial intelligence is taking over. This is natural intelligence. This comes from the earth. Now anyway, remember, nature and us, humans, are the greatest technology on this planet. Us, our mind, and nature. We are the greatest forms of technology. Now remember, the computer is based off of the human mind and the way it works. But no computer, no supercomputer, none of that it cannot compare to the human mind. The human mind is infinite. It can do infinite things. So, we live in a GMO life. Like, this life is fucking GMO. This matrix, this 3D realm, everything is fake as fuck. Fake nature, fake food, fake water. We got fake everything. Fake humans, fake everything. They want it to be like 2D in this bitch. They want it to be 2D on this planet. So, I want to start this off by letting y'all know, because think about it like this. Remember, all food that grow from the earth has every fucking medicine that you could possibly need. Food that grow from the earth is the original medicine. Before there was such thing as a pharmacy, pharmaceuticals, hospitals, doctors' offices, pediatricians, all medicine came from the fucking nature. When people got sick, they made things like natural remedies. When people had diseases, they made things, they used things like plants. When they got like a flu or something, they make something called hot toddy, which is honey and lemon, and sometimes people use alcohol. Sometimes people use tea. All of these, even alcohol, come from the earth, but alcohol on the other hand is genetically modified, and it comes from fungus and rotten fruits and vegetables. But anyway, at this point, it's like, if you think about it, we the only species on this planet that gotta pay to live, right? We have to pay for motherfucking water. When this earth is made out of 75% of water, we have to pay for something that's already here. But we can't drink it because it's been poisoned by our fucked up, corrupted government. So you just realize, look around you. Look around at this fucked up planet. But anyway, back to nature. Trees give off oxygen. Without trees, if we had no trees, we would die. You got to think of the trees like the lungs of the planet, because if you look at the etymology, or not the etymology, but the anatomy, or like look at an x-ray of what actual human lungs look like, and it looks very similar to the branches of the trees. The inside of your lungs look just like that shit. Got all them lines, them vessels and shit that look just like tree branches, right? Earth is our nurturer. We are connected to Earth. There's no such thing as gravity. That's a whole myth. We are connected to this earth and standing way down on this earth because we are connected to it due to electromagnetic forces or field. We are just like everything basically have something living on it. Like, for example, trees, they got like some trees got bugs. Humans, we have our own like bacteria. We have our own bacteria. So to the fucking cells and our bacteria that live on the surface of our skin, we are like a big ass planet. They inhabit on our body, right? Yeah, humans carry their own bacteria, and people don't know this, but there is not only such thing as bad bacteria. There is such thing as good bacteria, and good bacteria does what? Kills bad bacteria. Good cells do what? Kill bad cells. So just like the earth got people living inside of it, it has people living on top of it. We have cells inside of us. We have cells living on the outside of us. But anyway, as within, so without, right? As kids, right? You got to think about this. You ever see pictures with the caption all over the internet that say no phone in sight? That is because real nature, before there was such thing as all these go-go gadgets and this fucking technology, cell phones, laptops, and etc., all humans came from Earth. I mean, all humans came from nature, right? So all the humans did was depend on nature. They used nature. They played in nature. They built in nature. This is where all resources are made from natural occurring substances. Rocks, bricks, fucking earth, paper is made out of fucking trees and shit. You use fire to melt things together, weld things, solder things. All our material, that out of everything we have, everything that's usable, pretty much is made out of things that came from nature. Unless we talking about things that's like man-made, like plastic type shit. You get me? Because plastic, we got plastic floating around in the rivers that's causing climate change. Us eating animals is causing climate change. Global warming. People don't think this shit is real. Do you realize it's people on this planet who don't believe in climate change and global warming? Like I said on my Instagram story, this planet is going through a cell division. We don't got that much time. We are overdue for a cycle. This planet been going through pole shifts for the past 20 million years, right? And during these 20 million years, every 200 to 300,000 years, the Earth has shifted from the South Pole to the North Pole to the South Pole to the North Pole. Every 200 to 300,000 years, right? So Earth hasn't done it in over 780,000 years. So if you do the math, Earth is long overdue for a cell division. And right now it's showing all the symptoms for a cell division. So anybody who is not on track with nature, etc. I'ma just save that Instagram story to my highlights, because that's a lot of that's a lot of shit to remember. But anyway, yeah. Moving on. I talked about the Fountain of Youth before, right? So a lot of people think that the Fountain of Youth is just something that's in cartoons or TV. But you realize the Fountain of Youth is said in a lot of cartoons and TV shows and all type of shit. But people don't believe it's real. That fountain is actually real. And I talked about this doing things to you. What it does is it can detox your body, cure diseases, because it's actually pretty alkaline. The Fountain of Youth's water is actually the original form of water. The water we drink now is actually not the original form of water. It don't matter where we buy it. If it's not Kangen water, because you can buy Kangen water, but if you buy the Kangen water machine, that's going to cost you about an arm type shit. But I will say it's worth it. But the original form of water is Kangen water, and there is Kangen water inside of the Fountain of Youth. And the Fountain of Youth also can reverse aging. And the thing about aging is, just because you are living here over the years and you are a certain age, that does not necessarily mean you are aging. Aging has to do with your body, not your age. See, that's what people don't realize. Somebody can be 20 years old and look 40, but somebody can be 40 years old and look 20. It's about how you take care of yourself. But not 100% of the time, because for some people it's about genes. But a lot of times it's about how you take care of yourself. Because we all immortal, right? We all supposed to look young, period. But yeah, when you out in nature, it helps you align your mind, body, and soul. So it helps you live in the moment. When you live in the moment, basically your body is in harmony. You breathing deep. You basically in like a flow state, a meditative state. Nothing else matters outside of what you're doing. You are, like I said once, when you do things, instead of thinking about it, you aligning your mind with your body. Because when you do something like you have a task you have to get done, but you don't feel like doing it, what you're doing is you sitting there thinking about it from a left brain point of view, instead of just getting up and doing it. When you get up and do it without thinking about it, you aligning your mind with your body with your mind. I noticed that when I started doing this a few months ago, this actually changed the way my thought process was, and my spiritual awakening, or whatever you want to call it, it started going faster. Just like when I quit marijuana and went on no fat, my fucking spiritual awakening, it just advanced like 2 days after, it just skyrocketed. And I remember around the beginning of my YouTube channel, I used to have to always write down stuff. I used to have to try to remember. Now I just get the downloads naturally Sometimes I do write down because they do be a lot of shit to remember. But I write down my downloads of information often because this shit is valuable. Sometimes I forget. So it's best when you get in downloads of information, you need to write it down sometimes. And because sometimes you may forget. But that's another thing about this video right now. But before I get into the downloads of information, I want people to know that we are all walking, talking plants. We all come from nature, right? Humans lived in nature. We were like animals. We come from nature. This is all the real technology. Fuck your phone, fuck your laptop computer, fuck your video game. This is where we belong. If weather wasn't fucked up how it is and they like to change the code and all that with all the snow and whatnot, we would still be living in nature. Building bungalows and shacks and log cabins. But one thing you can notice, we are drawn to nature probably more than a dog. Dogs don't give a fuck about nature unless they come outside. They like to be outside, obviously. They like to walk around, be in the grass, eat plants. But we see a dog is genetically spliced with the human DNA. I want y'all to know that. The normal average pet dog, that is why they don't live in the fucking forests. They not that drawn to nature like the regular wild animal are. But animals, the dog is more human than most animals. But that being said, when pregnant women are pregnant, they oftentimes go through something called pica, which is like a condition where they start to crave things like clay and dirt and shit like that. See, this is them being drawn into nature. This is female power. This is feminine energy. Mother Nature, Mother Earth, Gaia, the feminine energy. When women are pregnant, because right now, actually, Earth is pregnant and is going to give birth to a new Earth. But anyway, women, excuse the fucking siren in the background. Women get this thing called pica, where they want to eat dirt and clay and shit like that, just dirt and clay. And I told y'all about how I don't know every benefit of eating dirt. Oh my God. If I was the Incredible Hulk right now, I'd flip that fucking ambulance. I'm gonna just take it as a sign that Michael is around me. But anyway, when they eat the dirt. And I told y'all a long time ago, I found out that some women do eat dry dirt inside of a plastic bag. And this helped them. They don't necessarily consciously eat it for a benefit besides to get their fix, which is they're craving to chew on something hard. Some of them just chew on ice. But that being said, when they are pregnant, they been drawn to nature when they craving dirt and clay. Clay comes from the earth as well. See, one thing I did notice doing research, clay and dirt can actually pull toxins and oil, excess oil out of your stomach. But yeah, that'll be beneficial. Actually would be beneficial to somebody who is pregnant. But moving on to getting these downloads of information. If you're not connected to nature, if your vibration is low, this is not going to work for you that easily. I mean, I'm not saying you can't try. I'm not saying it won't work. I'm saying it won't work for you that easily because everybody they're not at ease. They have mental problems. They mind not at ease, etc. All we ever needed was these plants, right? So when you get into nature, what I want y'all to do to get these downloads of information, it could be, you can do this. It's the same tactic for getting downloads from Ptah, from downloads from your higher self, downloads from anything. It is pretty similar. Now, when you come into nature, before you do this, have the intention to get downloads of information from nature. When you come out in this bitch, you can sit down next to a tree. You can come out bare feet, stand in the dirt or the concrete or the grass or the mud, whatever you want to do. You can sit next to a tree, hug it, touch it, talk to it, whatever you want to do. Just listen to it. You might start to hear it. If your frequency, your vibration is high enough, listen. But what you want to do is listen, not even just to hear frequencies. You're not listening to hear a frequency for the most part. When you listening to the fucking plant, you want to listen to it the way you want somebody to listen to you. So what this will do, you will be so deep into listening, into your hearing sense, you're gonna slip into your subconscious hearing, your higher self hearing, and you're gonna start to hear or receive downloads of information. You have to come into nature with the mindset of receiving. You have to be open to receive. Now let me show y'all something, or let me explain something. Remember, I said, do not label your thoughts positive, negative, nothing. Do not react to your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. You don't have to. You do not identify with your thoughts. Your thoughts ain't nothing but energy, right? Now, ask a question in your head, or ask a question out loud. You can do this while touching the tree, sitting in grass, sitting in dirt. Just be outside around nature. Ask a question in your head or out loud. Sit there and wait. Wait for what comes through. Sit back and examine the thoughts. Just let your thoughts pass by like clouds without reacting to them. That's what you're supposed to do in the first place. Because when you react to your thoughts too much, you may start to have thoughts about thoughts. You may get depression. You may get anxiety disorder because you always in your head. Do not overthink. And I'm not trying to make this seem like something that's hard to do, but a lot of people don't know how to put their mind at ease. And I noticed that lately. When you ask the question, whatever, if a thought pop up that resonate with you pertaining to your question, or whatever it is you had in mind, take that thought. Sometimes it may be the first thought. It may be the first thought you get. And also you can do the same shit with the sun, just by sun gazing. But that's pretty much it. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just get into nature. Learn how to live in the moment. Then downloads of information will come to you easy. Your mind and nature are connected. When you start to get in here more, if you're a person of low vibration, this plant life ain't going to fuck with you like that. It's going to have to get used to you, and you're going to have to get used to it. You are basically adapting and going back to your roots when you're trying to come out here and get downloads of information. This is not easy for everybody. This not something that just happened. But that's pretty much it, I think. I will say though, when you examine these thoughts after asking that question and that the answer come through or whatever, for some people this is not going to work, because since you at a low vibration and you expecting something you're not supposed to expect, because don't feel like you control what's going on. That's your ego coming in. When you do that, that makes things take longer. It's like the law of attraction. So these downloads of information that don't come to people, they will come to you at a later time in the day, or after a day or a couple days, or however long. It's just like, because we are magicians. So this is how this synchronicity works. When you have a thought about something, and I know a lot of people may have experienced this, and I know I do a lot, and it happens fast because I'm going into a higher dimension. I'm advancing in density in my mental. But anyway, when it take that long, what was I saying? When it take that long, this can be just because of your low vibration. That's all I can tell you. If it don't come to you when you go into nature, that is because your vibration / frequency is off. You are not on track with nature, or your auric field is low, is weak. So that's tough. All I can tell you, because I know a lot of people, they know things are right. They know the right things to do, but they don't do it. They don't come into nature. And I know some of the people I talk to, not that this matters that much to anybody else, but I do know, and you gonna know I'm talking to you. If you know you should be getting into nature, you need to come outside. You have to come out here. If you are somebody who only sit in the house all day, you have to come outside, or you're just going to be just sitting there aging. And when you do that, you basically just making your body not very fucking, it doesn't work the way it's supposed to. You basically going to be walking, you probably slow and can't even walk up the stairs without losing your breath. And this can happen to skinny people too, because it's happened to me a few years ago. But I know I'm dragging this. I'm just rambling here. And I'm doing that because I'm trying to remember what I was gonna say. But yeah, I think that's about it. What I was saying about us being magicians, when we have a thought, it goes to the back of our mind. When we think we forgot it, it goes to our subconscious, and our subconscious, it acts on this. And for some people, it works slower because you are lower vibrational or lower consciousness. Your answer to the question you ask is going to come to you out of nowhere. Remember I said pay attention to your surroundings because this goddamn ambulance is too fucking loud? But yeah, pay attention to your surrounding, because the information you was looking for, it might be the universe. You might hear it come out of somebody's mouth when you out in public or something, because the universe is going to give it to you. It's going to speak through people, and you might be sitting there at a restaurant eating your food, and you hear the person behind you or across the fucking way say something that relate to what you had asked or sent to your subconscious mind, etc. The universe works in weird ways. The Bible, or whatever Christians and religious people like to say, is God works in mysterious ways, right? That's right. The universe try to give us signs in many different ways, and a lot of us, we don't pay attention. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Pay attention, increase your awareness. Dom Universe taking off. I love you all to bits and pieces. That's pretty much it. I just like looking at myself. Look at this. But yeah, Dom Universe taking off. Like, subscribe, peace.